15 idioms you can effectively apply for IEL speaking. By IEL with a Passion.
1. Break the ice. To do or say something that makes people who do not know each other feel more comfortable. For example, someone suggested that we play a party game to break the ice. I tried to break the ice by talking to the people next to me about the weather. 2. Back and forth. Moving first in one direction and then in the opposite one. For example, she swayed gently back and forth to the music. Conversation was a constant back and forth. Their back and forth argument lasted for hours.
3. Burn the midnight oil. To work late into the night. For example, they are burning the midnight oil working on the environmental project. Mary is asleep after burning the midnight oil trying to finish her homework. 4. Go the extra mile. To make more effort than is expected of you. For example, he's a nice guy, always ready to go the extra mile for his friends. Workers who go the extra mile are more likely to receive a promotion and a raise, compared to those who don't. 5. Knock out of the park. To do something extremely well. For example, the Facebook team knocked it out of the park with their innovative projects. Traditional public schools knock it out of the park in many places. 6. Be, or caught, between a rock and a hard place. To be in a very difficult situation and to have to make a hard decision. For example, Peter is between a rock and a hard place, having to choose between a job promotion or moving to a new company. They are between a rock and a hard place in economic policy. 7. Spill the beans. To tell people secret information. For example, we'll all be there at 6 for the surprise party, now don't spill the beans. So who spilled the beans about her affair with David? 8. Tie the knot. To get married. For example, so when are you two going to tie the knot? Peter and Mary are going to tie the knot next month. 9. Once in a blue moon. Rarely, not very often. For example, my sister lives in Alaska, so I only see her once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon he'd call, but for months at a time we heard nothing. 10. Be on cloud 9. To be extremely happy and excited. For example, was Helen pleased about getting that job? Pleased? She was on cloud 9. Honestly, I'm still kind of on cloud 9. 11. From scratch. From the beginning, without using anything that already exists. For example, Ben built the shed from scratch. Can we fix the current computer system, or would it be better to start from scratch with a new system? "12. Call the shots. To be in the position of being able to make the decisions that will influence a situation. For example, you're the boss here, you get to call the shots. If I get the chance to call the shots, we will be in a better situation. 13. Be off the hook. To be released from responsibility, punishment, or a difficult situation. For example, I can work late tonight and finish the project. You're off the hook. I thought I was off the hook when my sister said she'd host the family party this Christmas. 14. Cry over spilt milk. To express regret about something that has already happened or cannot be changed. For example, yes, we made a mistake, but there's no point in crying over spilled milk. It's no use crying over spilled milk, he spent all the money, and there's nothing you can do about it. 15. Bite the bullet. To force yourself to do something unpleasant or difficult, or to be brave in a difficult situation. For example, I hate going to the dentist, but I'll just have to bite the bullet. I decided I had to bite the bullet and take a couple of math classes even though I knew they were hard. 16. Be in hot water. To be in or get into a difficult situation in which you are in danger of being criticized or punished. For example, he found himself in hot water over his comments about immigration. The company violated safety protocols and is now in hot water. 17. Beat around the bush. To talk about lots of unimportant things because you want to avoid talking about what is really important. For example, don't beat around the bush, get to the point. Quit beating around the bush and say what's on your mind. 18. Jump on the bandwagon. To join, support or start doing something because it is popular or trendy. For example, after a couple of politicians won elections by promising to cut taxes, most of the others jumped on the bandwagon. Not a good time to jump on the bandwagon. 19. A dime a dozen. Common and not special. For example, plastic toys like this are a dime a dozen. Nowadays pickleball teachers are a dime a dozen because everyone's jumping on the bandwagon. 20. Be in the same boat. To be in the same unpleasant situation as other people. For example, she's always complaining that she doesn't have enough money, but we're all in the same boat. So many people are in the same boat these days because everyone is having a difficult time with the economy.